FC. They're going to come off. They're going to come off. They're going to come off.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Gosport Radio, where today Gosport Borough hosts Tiverton Town. The two teams are currently just underneath me, Gosport in their yellow and blue and Tiverton in their away strip. To be fair, bright blue with a dark blue line over across this. Quite a nice away strip actually. The two teams just underneath me, and this is also how both sides line up today. Starting with Tiverton Town, it is a change in goal. Baker not included, and instead Marko Radovanovic in between the sticks. 2. Brooklyn Kenneth. 3. Corey Corner. 4. Jack Kennel. 5. Matthew Wood. 6. Toby Down. 7. Tall Swan. 8. Asa Wood. 9. Daniel Poiter. 12. Gabriel Billington. And 15. Harry Hutchinson. As for Gosport Borough, it's Ryan Hall who starts in goal. 2 at right back, Benny Reid. And the 2 centre backs, Joseph Morrison and 6, Charlie Phasma, who is captain in the side today. Bradley Tarbar, captain number 7, back in the squad, 1 of 3 changes, 11, Rafa Ramos, 17, Trevor Cable, 20, Michael Fernandez, 21, Ben Greenwood, who has now been confirmed that he will be signing for the club. 22, Ethan Jones, and 25, Ethan Taylor.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, just as I alluded to in my pre-match announcements, we're now going to take the opportunity to pay tribute to a quite remarkable gentleman and a character, Graham Wake, who was a former Gosport Borough player who made 301 appearances over 13 years and scored 10 times in yellow and blue. A couple of weeks ago, we got the awful news that Graham had passed away aged 68, and so this afternoon, we're going to take the opportunity to pay tribute to him, and we have Graham's former colleagues, friends, I believe family, here with us, a number of former Gosport Borough players who are going to join us for this tribute.
So before we get off the way today, we will be paying tribute to a former player, Graham Wake, who sadly passed away. This is how we are going to pay tribute with a round of applause today. Remembering Graham Wake, who sadly passed away a few weeks ago. Obviously a former Gosport player who was with us for 13 years, had some great moments in the Southern Premier, and I'm sure we'll get some more insight on him from Jeremy in a minute. But it's Gosport who are shooting from my right to left in a yellow and blue, and Tiverton still warming up, shooting from my left to right. Charlie Vasmer in the centre circle with Tiverton's captain Matthew Wood today. And Jeremy, really sad loss, Graham Wake, but great tribute from the club.
Yeah, good afternoon, James. Good afternoon, listeners. Yeah, a great man lost a couple of weeks ago. Quite the character, actually. I didn't know Graham as well as other former Gospel Borough players, but I've had a lot of messages from his former colleagues, such as Tony Stairs and John Halls and others who played alongside him, knew him quite really. And it just goes to show the number of messages the club has had this week about this tribute. And he will always be very, very fondly remembered.
And a great tribute from Gosport Borough, and hopefully we can win today's game in his name. Gosport shooting from my right to left, and Tiverton vice versa. And to be fair, Jeremy, it's one of those games where you actually feel a bit bad for the players having to play in this awful conditions here at the AI Stadium.
It's vile. It is absolutely vile out there. I think we can count ourselves lucky that we're here indoors, but yeah, you've got a very strong sort of southerly breeze blowing straight up the pitch from right to left, the rain driving down, and it's really horrific for those players. So the conditions will come into play in this. I think because Gosport are playing with the wind in the first half, they're going to look to make that count. I don't know what sort of Glenn Howes has in his mind, but certainly it's not going to be easy out there at all.
Well, the game has kicked off here at the AI Stadium. Gosport already looking for an attack. Ethan Taylor chasing down a ball. It looks like it's going to run out of play early on here for a Tiverton goal kick. And Jeremy, for a lot of the Tiverton fans listening, they would have probably thought Baker would have been in between the sticks today. But it is a change which does see Marko Radovanovic in between the sticks.
Yeah, obviously, only our visitors will know why that is. But I have heard of Radovanovic, an experienced goalkeeper, been around the block. So it's a steady pair of hands, I can tell you that much. But I think that despite how the league table reads, I think this game is full of danger and full of pitfalls for Gosport Borough. And Tiverton, despite, they've made sort of a 3 or 4 hour journey up from Devon through this horrible weather. They're not going to want to come here and leave empty-handed either. So they're going to give it all they've got, and complacency isn't going to do Gosport any favours today. So they just need to play their A game and see where that takes them.
Well, looking at Tiverton's recent form within their last 5 games, 0 points out of a possible 15, 5 consecutive losses, scoring just 3 goals and conceding 17. Doesn't make for good reading.
No, but then how quickly football can change. How many times have I seen it? I mean, we're saying the same thing about Bracknell about a month ago, how pitiful they were.
Oh, Rafa Ramos chasing down a deep ball, but in the end, Radovanovic comes out to collect the ball. Good bit of early keeping there from the Tiverton number 1. As they look to launch counter-attack, but it's been picked up by Ben Greenwood midway inside the pitch. And now Charlie Vasmer looking to hoof one forward into Rafa Ramos. He nods it down, and it's being run onto by Michael Fernandez, who chips it over for Ethan Taylor. Taylor looking to square it into Caborn. Caborn finishes off the opportunity, but the flag has gone up for offside. I mean, I think it was pretty clear offside there.
Yeah, the assistant was in no doubt in his mind, and neither was I. Gosport didn't time that particularly well. Yes, as pleasing as it is to see the ball go in the back of the net, yeah, you've got to watch the offside line, haven't you? And that they didn't do. If you have just joined us, it's we're 3 minutes in, 0-0 here between Borough and Tiverton. And I was saying just before that action started, James, that Bracknell were awful about a month ago, and we gave them a hammering. And look what they've done since. They've got their act together, a new manager, and they're getting results. So Gosport now putting Radovanovic under pressure with a cross from the left-hand side from Fernandez. Gosport now playing on the right, trying to stretch that Tiverton defence and asking the questions. Caborn slips as he goes down. Ramos tries to turn and shoot, can't quite manage it. Gosport keeping possession. I'll hand back to you now.
Ben Greenwood coming down this left, switches it to Michael Fernandez, left of the 18-yard box, steps his way over forward before cutting inside of his man, looking to go for a shot. He's still got the ball, switches it to Rafa Ramos, and Ramos just stabs at the shot, takes the deflection off a Tiverton man, which does see you go out for a Gosport corner. Very aggressive Gosport attacking so far, Jeremy.
Yeah, this is what you want. From a Gosport Borough point of view, you want a positive start, don't you? And especially when you have the wind behind you, you've got to try and make that count.
So the first corner of the game, Benny Reid about to take it. It's coming, headed away. Can it find Ben Greenwood? It can't. Not outside of the box. Ben Greenwood tenaciously trying to win it back before eventually a Tiverton man flung it out for a Gosport throw-in, still deep inside the Tiverton half. Ben Greenwood preparing to take this throw-in on the near side. He's got youngster Ethan Jones near him, also Rafa Ramos. Greenwood throws it into Michael Fernandez, who turns Wilkins before eventually drawing the free kick. Left of centre. And Jeremy, when you've got Ben Greenwood behind it, it's always going to be deadly.
Yeah, certainly. And we know how good Greenwood is from set pieces, and those who are at Sholing will testify to that. I think this is going to be more of a delivery, though, than a shot to goal.
Well, with Ben Greenwood, you just never know.
Potentially, yeah, but I think with where the wind's coming, don't know, we'll see.
Go on, bend it.
So Greenwood, the man behind this set piece, as he goes for a short pass, it's going to reach Bradley Tarbuck, who keeps it in on the byline before passing back into Greenwood. Greenwood with the cross. It just can't find Trevor Cable. There are appeals for a handball. And I
didn't quite catch that, James, actually.
But the referee's given the free kick, yeah.
Absolutely no doubt, and they have got the free kick on the edge of the area.
Once again, it's not in a bad position. Left of the 18-yard box. Surely way too tight of an angle to go for a shot from here. It's going to see Bradley Tarbuck behind this set piece. So change your free kick takers here.
Put it in the mixer, that's what I say.
Tarbuck with his pink boots. Can they work magic here?
He might try and bend that round to that near post, we'll see.
Tarbuck steps up. He's going to go for a over the top one. It was just thinking towards that far post. In the end, just wide. But once again, the final touch came off of the blue shirt there. So it's going to go out for another Gosport corner, this time on the far side. Ben Greenwood running over to go and take it.
Yeah, I called that right, except it was the wrong post. But a wicked delivery.
Yeah.
And Tiverton had to be sure.
Greenwood short into Ethan Taylor from the corner. Passing it back into Greenwood, edge of the box. Tarbuck, back to Greenwood. Greenwood looks up. He's going to dink in a ball. Can it reach a Gosport player? It finds Joe Morrison. It's a heavy touch, which sees him lose possession for a second. Now Tiverton looking to counter, but Trevor Cable picks it up midway inside the Tiverton half. He passes back into Ethan Jones on the halfway line. It's a little bit of a poor pass, though, from Jones, but Gosport immediately recover it with Bradley Tarbuck. Gosport just aren't letting Tiverton have a sniff of the ball here, Jeremy.
That's what they need to do. They need to just, the momentum needs to continue. Don't allow the visitors time to settle down, because the more time they have to do that, excuse me, they will grow in confidence, I think. So Gosport just need to keep them sort of penned in and defending for their lives. But 90 minutes of football doesn't sound like a long time, but it is also a long time. And I think if Tiverton are given a chance to get a foothold and grow in confidence, then I can see them causing a lot of problems.
Taylor on the halfway line, switching it into Ben Greenwood, who's running down this left-hand stretch. Greenwood, a through ball into Michael Fernandez. Michael Fernandez looking to switch it. And it was, I'm pretty sure, Kennel there who went sliding in to overturn it for a Gosport corner. But those sort of clearances, they can very easily wind up in the back of your own net.
Yes, there was a risk of that, but he had to do something, because if he left it, then there was Ethan Taylor behind him. It would have been a 2-yard tap-in. So he had to do something, and I thought he did very well.
Don't know about if, I think when.
Yeah, I agree.
Keep this pressure on.
Well, Benny Reid with this corner on the near side. This time it's an in-swinger once again towards the back post. Yeah, not one of his final ones there.
No, I'll be disappointed with that, but I do wonder how much the wind.
Yeah, it looked like it
to
carried
play
it
at
over
that. It looked like it caught the wind, and the wind sort of drifted it out of play. So Tiverton survived that corner now, and we've got that nearly 80 minutes, still 0-0.
Well, looking at some of the other scores in the Southern Premier League today, there's only been one other game that has seen goals. 2 goals already in it. Evesham United 1, Dorchester Town 1. Also, there's been another goal which has just gone in. Uxbridge now trailing 1-0 to Farnham Town. Farnham, another team really looking to gun down for a playoff spot. But back to this game, Ethan Taylor goes forward. He goes for a shot. It's straight out of Radovanovic.
Good stop there from Radovanovic. He didn't have a lot of time to see that coming, so reacted very well there. But just a note that I've made there, James, is Tiverton decided to go long, and you saw how much the wind held the ball up. It curled up and kind of started to come back on itself. So I think they're going to have to think it through a little bit more in this first half. When they turn around for the second half, they'll get away with that kind of delivery. But yeah, I think the elements you're showing just how much the elements are having an impact out there.
That rain's falling at about 45 degrees.
100%. Well, Tiverton with that free kick inside their own half was taken by Wood. And now Wilkins coming down this right-hand side. Rafa Ramos is chasing him down. The pass has found Billington, who went down, and Gosport immediately pushed the ball back up the pitch, all the way back into Radovanovic's goal. As he passes forward into Wood inside his own half. And Jeremy, even the press off the ball, it's really encouraging to see how aggressive it's been.
Yeah, it's good from Gosport. They've started well. They've started with purpose and momentum, and Tiverton have been penned into their own final third. That little attack there from the visitors was the first one they've had all game.
Yeah.
So Gosport, if they can manage to keep doing that, then the chances are they're going to get the opener here. But just a note of caution, they've got to sort of keep their foot on the throat, because we've just seen there how Tiverton have broken out of defence and caused Gosport one or two issues there. So it's down to Borough, really. They need to keep this momentum up and try and dictate how this game is played.
I was speaking to Mark Summerhill midweek as well. He sort of echoed what you said before the game. It's important we don't get too complacent today with Tiverton's recent form, especially last season.
Absolutely.
Just couldn't do it against the teams at the bottom.
The last 2 or 3 seasons, our record against the teams in the bottom 4 has been absolutely shambolic. You know, I think it was the season before last, we actually lost at home to all 4 teams that got relegated. And that speaks for itself.
Well, it's atrocious. And these are the games we really do need to be winning if we do want to have a chance of getting into the playoffs come the end of the season. As Gosport win a header, Ethan Taylor gets onto the end of the header, but caught offside there.
And then you only got to think to yourself back a year or so ago when Marlow came here bottom of the league and ended up winning 1-0, and that was their first league win of the season. So look, you just never know. That's football, and that's why we love it, because it's unpredictable. And that's why I'm saying, if you allow Tiverton the chance to grow in confidence, there you go.
Just can't allow it to happen as Asa Hall inside his own half slips, blasting it out of play. Asa Hall, also the player manager here at Tiverton now, did well to keep them up last season. Had a bit more of a stressful job this season, shall we say?
Yes, but I think it takes a character to come in and steady a ship. And yes, Tiverton have had their issues over the last couple of years, but they're an established club down there in their neck of the woods, a big club, you know, with good facilities, and they should be at this level, if not beyond. And I think it's pleasing to see that they stayed up last year. I'm not saying at other clubs' expense, even though it was, but it's just I've been down there a number of times, and that you always get the warmest of welcomes. And as a club, I love them dearly.
Well, we wish them all the best after this game. Not for this one. Today. Ryan Hall with a set piece inside his own half, passing it across into Charlie Vasmer. And now Ben Greenwood storming down this left-hand side with so much space. He passes it into Rafa Ramos, who holds it up well in this left-hand side before passing back into Tarbach, still on the halfway line. Tarbach now looking to come forward for the home side. Produces a good through ball, which is ran onto by Ethan Taylor. Well cut out, though, by Hutchinson for the visitors.
But the pitch held it up, though, James. You saw the water splash up there, didn't you? It's starting to hold the water, which is no real surprise given the amount of rain we've had here today. But I think both teams will need to factor that into how they're playing their football, that the pitch will slow the ball down, not speed it up. Because you've just seen the standing water there.
Gosport with a throw on the far side. Ethan Taylor looking to pass it back. He does into Charlie Vasmer, stood inside the centre circle. Vasmer forward into Greenwood. Greenwood midway inside the Tiverton half, left into Rafa Ramos. Ramos just looking to switch it back into Greenwood, but a final deflection off of Wilkins on the near side takes it out for a Gosport throw-in, one which Greenwood will be taken. Jeremy, it was also so pleasing to see that Ben Greenwood has put pen to paper as well until the end of next season.
Yeah, just seeing Rafa Ramos whip across him from the left-hand side there, as you were saying that. But yeah, what a fantastic addition. And I think it just speaks volumes that the Farnborough fans have been absolutely incandescent at the loss of that player to us. Because, well, we've seen it, his dead ball ability, his vision, his range of passing. They're questioning what their club were thinking. And now we've got him for a season and a half. That can only bode well.
Definitely. We'll speak a little bit more about the other signing in a minute after this account.
Kavanagh.
Exactly.
Kavanagh.
Got a lot of chance, actually, Kavanagh.
Yeah, to be fair, I think the reaction to my team announcement, him being back, speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Such a popular guy.
Do you think he gets in the squad, though, over Benny Reid? He's been great since coming in.
That is the million-dollar question here, because Reid, I think, has nailed that spot down. But to be fair, Benny's had his problems with injuries, and you need a bit of squad depth, I'm afraid. You have to have it. So Kavanagh's going to push in, and I think it gives Glenn Howes a lovely dilemma to have.
Well, especially with all the midweek games coming up. But Tiverton in this game are coming down the right-hand side. Wilkins plays a good through ball into Swan. Swan, he takes it to this right-hand side, right of the 18-yard box, up against Charlie Vasmer. Step overs his way forward and switches the ball. And it's being finished by Dan Coiter at the near post, blazes it past Ryan Hall. Tiverton take the early lead in this game. It's Dan Coiter who's given the Yellows the lead. Played 16 this season, and that's his 4th goal of the campaign. A shock lead for Tiverton.
We're sure it's Coiter.
Yeah.
Okay, 15. I make that 15 minutes when the goal went in. So, number 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, opening the scoring for Tiverton after 15 minutes this afternoon, number 9, Dan Coiter.
Well, Jeremy, that is a shock and a half.
But what have I been preaching to you and the listeners since we started? What did I say?
Yeah.
What did I say?
Well, you said exactly, don't more or less underestimate.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that really, yes, it's a surprise, but that's how football goes. Gosport have had 95% of the ball since this game began, but Tiverton converted the one chance that they've had, and sometimes that is all it takes. So for me, fair play to them. But from a Gosport Borough perspective, gauntlet's then thrown down now. And here we go with Ramos down the left-hand side trying to hit back. He's trying to just a little layoff there from Greenwood. Cuts in from the left-hand side. The shot beaten away by Radovanovic at his near post. And Gosport will have a corner from the left. And they will want an immediate response. And you could hear an absolute pin drop in the stadium when that goal was scored. Even the Tiverton officials sat in the director's box just below us had to draw their breath in before they celebrated. It came as such a surprise, but that's how football goes. So the corner from the left, Benny Reid the taker. What's he going to do this time? He needs to factor the wind in. No, he's just the ball's starting to be moved by the elements there. So Greenwood came short, doesn't use him though. Yes, he does use him. Greenwood, little 1-2 there. Reid now looks up, and he's been boxed in by a Tiverton defender. It was Tor Swan who just put his body on the line, and it goes out for another Gosport Borough corner. Swan, brave defending there, turned his back on the ball, but it ricocheted off the small of his back and out for another corner to Gosport Borough here. So 16 minutes played, nearly 17. Gosport losing by a goal to nil here to the visitors, who stunned this crowd into silence. Here comes the corner. It's a long one towards that far post, and that goes wide for the goal kick, James.
I've just been looking at the YouTube chat. A lot of Tiverton fans happy.
They should be.
Yeah,
they should be.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, why not? I think, when your team comes this far from home and through this weather and underdogs, and they've been under the cosh for the first quarter of an hour, then they go and score, I would be too. I would be too.
Well, another stat on Dan Coiter as well. The last time we played against Tiverton, we fell to a 2-0 loss. Guess who was the scorer that day?
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me.
He loves playing against Gosport, Dan Coiter.
Yes. Last year, I think Gosport did lose down there. But again, Tiverton's one of those places where Gosport struggle to get results.
Yeah.
Very rarely do they go down there and win. You have these places as a team. Our number one is Wimborne. When we sort of lost there on Tuesday, James, I wasn't the slightest bit surprised.
Such a hard place to
go.
go.
And I wasn't being cynical. It's just that is such a hard place to go. And for Gosport, they've had literally about 3 wins there in the last 25 years. So really, no surprise.
Yeah. A back pass back into Ryan Hall, always a little bit nerve-wracking when they do that. But Ryan Hall clears these lines. The ball's still running forward into the Tiverton half, being chased down by Ethan Taylor midway inside the Tiverton half. But in the end, down comes victorious there, getting past Gosport players before passing back into Radovanovic. Michael Fernandez putting pressure on the goalkeeper, but the keeper switches well into Wilkins on this near side as Wilkins looks to come forward down the right-hand side, chips the ball forward. It's going to be chased down by Swan, but Charlie Vasmer just getting goal side, jockeying back there before dispatching it onto Bradley Tarbuck. Calm from the captain.
needed to be, because he was getting outnumbered at the back there. Tiverton had the numbers, so if Charlie had made a mistake in these conditions, then they would have had literally an open invitation to go through and possibly 2-0.
Right, Dan Coiter was looking to take it down the left-hand channel, running it out of play though, for which Benny Reid takes the throw and chucking it back into Charlie Vasmer. Vasmer left into Ben Greenwood, coming down this left-hand side. He's got Rafa Ramos in front of him. Greenwood holds it up, passing it back into Joe Morrison. The experienced Gosport defender with the ball at his feet, into Ethan Taylor on the halfway line. Taylor looking to feed a through ball into Rafa Ramos, but intercepted well by Wilkins. It really looks like Tiverton have it well worked out down this right-hand side. Great partnership between Wilkins and Swan so far.
Right, class. Can we do some revision? What did I say a little bit earlier? Get a foothold, growing in confidence, getting into the game.
That is what Tiverton's been doing.
There you go.
Yeah, especially with how much Gosport had possession within the first 10 minutes, I want to say. It was all Gosport.
Yeah, they had about 96% of possession. Didn't make it count, and there you go.
And that's what Gosport do need to be. We said it so many times in post-match interviews. Just need to be more ruthless when we do have that possession.
And we saw that in the last league home game against Bracknell. Gosport were ruthless, literally almost to the point of being lethal. Bracknell made a number of mistakes, and Gosport literally punished each and every single one. And that's the sort of performance they need to be going back towards this afternoon, really. But no, credit to Tiverton. They've come here with a purpose, and they're playing with purpose.
Well, I'll tell you what, very little goals today in the Southern Premier League South. As I talked you through earlier, that being Farnham Town leading against Uxbridge away, and it being all square between Evesham and Dorchester. So not too many goals today. Hopefully Gosport will be adding to that list in a minute. Would be nice. As Gosport still currently trail here at the AI Stadium by a 1-0. 20 minutes played.
Just my fisherman's friend, haven't you?
Reid on the far side with the throw-in. He passes it into Trevor Caborn, who holds it up nicely, looking to pass it back into Wyn Jones, but it's being picked up on the far side. Now Tiverton storming forward with numbers coming forward. Is Swan taking it away down this right-hand channel? He's already got 1 assist in this game. Can he find another? Swan with the low-driven cross, hit away by Charlie Vasmer. And now Asa Hall looking to volley it. In the end, volleying it well over Ryan Hall's crossbar.
And over the bus and out of the ground. But to be fair, though, it wasn't. When you think about
It's a half opportunity there.
Yes, because if you think about it, though, that's exactly where the wind's coming from. That could have held the ball up and dropped it down, even though it didn't have much accuracy and power on it. The wind could have held that up and brought that down under the bar. When you've got, because Tiverton fans may not have been here before and they may not realise this ground is literally a mile from the sea.
Yeah.
You've got the Solent that way, and the winds that come whipping in off that sea are sometimes quite powerful. And it could have held the ball up and just dropped down into the bar.
Yeah.
Could have done.
That would have been some goal as well if
Yeah,
that
would
was
have
the
been.
case.
But not this time.
No, not this time. Tiverton have possession on the far side. Down, passing it across into corner. Tiverton just carefully playing it around the Gosport players at the moment. But so far, Gosport really yet to react to going down.
Yes, and that's the disappointing thing for me, is that sometimes we've seen it in previous games. The urgency's been there and that instant response. We've seen it a few times this season. We've certainly seen it in some of the away games of the last month or so. But it's all very pedestrian out there for me with Borough now. The urgency that we saw in the first 5 minutes has definitely been lost. So I think what they need to do now is just settle down and start playing their football.
Michael Fernandez, midway inside the Tiverton half. He's got yellow shirts around him, but yet he goes alone. Passes back into youngster Ethan Jones. As Jones goes right into Benny Reid on the opposite flank. And now Trevor Caborn storming down this right-hand side, delivers the ball, headed away. Can it drop to... I'm pretty sure that was Benny Reid there inside the box.
But he couldn't quite get hold of it.
No.
I think what he was looking to do was bring the ball down and try and take a shot. It was sort of out to the wide of the right of the goal at an angle, and that would have been on his left foot to sort of get a curling shot towards that near post, but didn't quite work out for him. And Tiverton will live to breathe another day.
The rain's still smashing it down here at the AI Stadium, and you've got to commend all the Gosport and Tiverton fans that have made the journey here.
Oh, I tell
A
you
lot of
what.
them sheltering
I'll tell
under
you
the Borough
what.
Bar.
If there are any Tiverton fans actually here, I bow down to you
Yeah.
because I've done it plenty of times myself down the trip down to Tiverton. It's a long way, and in this weather, that wouldn't have been an easy trip either, at all. So yeah, fair play.
Well, at least they have had something to cheer about today, with Dan Coiter giving them the lead, which they do still maintain, as Gosport still searching for that leveller as they come down the right-hand side. Reed into Tarbuck. Tarbuck, right of centre, into Fernandez. Fernandez turns his man, passing it into Greenwood. Greenwood, 20 yards out. Back to Ethan Jones. Tarbuck might be lining up a shot from distance, but in the end, that is well wide. Had the power behind it, but certainly did not have the accuracy.
The goal that Tiverton scored has really rattled Gosport, and to be fair, they just need to forget that it's happened. Put it to one side. The game's still relatively young. We've only played 25 minutes. Just go back to what you were doing in the first five, putting Tiverton under pressure, not letting them time on the ball or to settle down. That's what they're doing now.
Yeah.
They're letting Tiverton play, which I thought they might if we had that outcome. But Gosport need to go again. Just think it's the first 5 minutes all over again and just start doing that, and then start creating the chances from which an equaliser may come.
There has been some more goals in the Southern Premier League South. Sholing away to Plymouth Parkway, lead by Jake McCarthy, penalty scored on 13 minutes. Paul Town at home to Basingstoke, lead by Shaquille Gwenge, the Leeds top goal scorer. Yate Town at home to Bracknell, they lead through Chris Zebronsky. And Berkhamsted away to Taunton Town have just taken the lead on the 22nd minute through Ryan Blake. But Tiverton storming down this right-hand side. Joe Morrison intercepting a pass. Now Ethan Jones looking to chip a ball over the Tiverton back line. Can't reach Rafa Ramos. Instead, Asa Hall has possession. Cut out by Ethan Jones. Now Gosport looking to counter from that. Ethan Taylor brushing a through ball, which is run onto by Caborn. Caborn looking to switch it. He got the ball past the keeper. Didn't go for a shot. Looked to do the unselfish option.
Should have done. And Ian McInnes, the Gosport Borough chairman, up in frustration there. He should have gone for goal. Yeah, okay, he was trying to do the unselfish thing, but he had the angle. The only thing I think that was playing on his mind was that Tiverton were appealing for offside and the flag hadn't gone up there. And to be fair, it was borderline. So maybe a moment's doubt in his mind, but yeah, the chance has been lost. So James is doing his social media thing, so I'll talk you through the next few moments. Tarbuck with a crossfield pass out to the right-hand side. The wind really carried that, actually, but Tiverton just trying to get it away and just break out. But Gosport now are starting to show just a little urgency, but that was a little bit untidy there from Ethan Jones. It was almost played back. I could see the idea. It was a crossfield pass, but it was a wayward one. So Charlie Wasmert had to pick up the ball and recycle it just 10 yards inside of the Gosport half by the centre circle. Out it goes to Reed on that right-hand side. He's now making a hesitant run, but stops and checks, sees what his options are. Not many, I have to say. But Gosport still in possession. Here it comes. Taylor, right to left. Greenwood, little dink looking for Ramos. You can't control it. That's going to fall harmlessly to Radovanovic in the Tiverton goal. Now, a Tiverton player has gone down just inside their own penalty area. Didn't quite see it. There was no contact, I don't think. I think he's landed awkwardly there for sure. And he's going to require treatment. So the game is going to come to an all stop. We've played 27 minutes. Gosport Borough 0, Tiverton Town 1. The Tiverton goal scored by Coiter on the quarter hour. And to be honest, despite being absolutely battered in the first 5 to 10 minutes, Tiverton settled into the game, got the goal, and now the work rate from the visitors is commendable.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Tiverton fans are really enjoying it in the chat so far, and on social media, and you've got to give them credit.
Yeah.
Like I said, really have not had too much to celebrate this season, but if they could get a win today, I mean, that would boost their chances if they could build a bit of momentum to go alongside that.
Again,
before you know it.
What did I say earlier?
Yeah.
That exactly. Obviously, as a Gosport Borough from a Gosport Borough perspective, you don't really want that to be against you.
No.
But it's going to happen to somebody. So a team isn't going to stay down there all this time in this division. This division is too well matched. And there's a lot of teams of much of a muchness. And I can't see Tiverton being down there all season. I just can't.
So it's Captain Wood that went down.
Yeah, so Wood's man that's gone down. He's okay, and he's on that near touchline waiting to be found. But it's just given both teams a breather. They've come to their dugouts and had a bit of a debrief with their respective managers.
What do you think was said by Glenn Howes in that debrief?
I could be quite blunt here, but I think it's going to be along the
I was
lines.
going to say, keep it PG.
I think you're absolutely right. I think it's going to be along the lines of why have you let that momentum slip? Why you started so well? Why have you let that slip? That would be my mind.
Well, 28 minutes have been played here at the AI Stadium. It's Tiverton still leading by that goal to nil, scored by Dan Coiter. So Gosport looking to get leveler and get back on track before the break. But they're not going to do it if they did just that. Rafa Ramos looking to keep it in on the near play. But Tiverton immediately just let's switch it. But Gosport have won it back. Trevor Caborn coming forward for the home side now. Outside the box, lining up a shot. Trevor Caborn, that is spectacular.
What a goal that was.
Blasting it past Trevor Caborn. A rocket into the top corner. You're not saving that, but Trevor Caborn, that is a beauty to find Gosport's leveler.
And played it. Ladies and gentlemen, the equaliser for Gosport Borough comes on the half hour. The scorer, number 17, Trevor Caborn.
Well, Jeremy, sometimes you just need those spectacular moments to get back on track. That is a spectacular moment.
Yes, it was. And I'll tell you what a goal that was too. Really, that is a contender already in November for goal of the season for me. What a strike. There was no way that Radovanovic or any other goalkeeper was keeping that out. And you're right, you're talking about moments that could inspire a team. Let's hope from Gosport's perspective that is one of them. Because brilliant strike, power, pace, swerve, no chance goalkeeper, absolutely not.
I'd like to see that one again.
Yeah, so would I. But certainly that is hopefully the breakthrough that Gosport need just to settle it down. But Tiverton, they're going forward again. Okay. So no, they're not giving up on anything. Because really, there's a bit of a tussle out on that left-hand side, right down by the corner flag. Through the rain, I'm actually finding it hard to see who's involved in that. But Gosport have conceded the throw right down by the corner flag. I think it might be Wilkins over there for Tiverton, but the rain is coming down in absolute steroids, and it's very, very hard, even with the floodlights on, to see the players on that far side in terms of numbers. But Tiverton take the throw. It's headed away there by Bradley Tarbuck for Gosport Borough. Now Tiverton get the ball back, and they're trying to apply pressure down the left-hand side. Here comes the cross, is it? No, it's taken another Tarbuck intervention to clear Gosport's lines. But if anyone was saying now that Tiverton were going to fold, not a chance. Straight from the kick-off for that goal, they've gone straight back up the other end and tried to reassert their authority and get the lead back. And that is the warning that Gosport need, that yes, they might have equalised, but do not go to sleep now, because the visitors straight out the traps looking for the equaliser. So 32 minutes played here in Gosport. It is Gosport Borough 1, Tiverton Town 1. And really, I think if you look at the first 33 minutes as a whole, that's absolutely fair.
Yeah,
I really do. So just having the 50-50 draw result come through here. So stay there, Tom. I'll get it off you in a second. But just for the moment, while James is doing social media updates, just keeping an eye on this game. Gosport trying to play out from the back of the Charlie Vasma here. And Fernandez on this left-hand side. James, you're back.
and then it has gone out of play now for a Tiverton throw, which Wilkins does plan to take as he chucks it back into Wood. But it is one apiece here at the AI Stadium. Dan Coiter giving Tiverton the lead, but on the half-hour mark, a Trevor Caborn beauty from outside the box blasted into the top corner. Gosport back on track. But to be fair, as Jeremy did allude to, Tiverton don't look like backing down, and they are hunting for a second.
Yeah, well, why would they? They're still holding on to a point as things stand, which is still a hugely creditable result for them. But James, how bad can this weather actually get? This is vile now, beyond vile.
Yeah.
Well, don't say
I'm
that.
just glad we're in the press room, put it that way.
Yeah, I'm glad that we're in here as well. But yeah, for anybody that, if you are of a Tiverton persuasion and asking us, did we have snow here on Thursday when it snowed, or was it Wednesday? Yes, we did.
I think that just sums it up.
Yes, we did.
Didn't mean water.
Really?
No.
I didn't say Seversworth, so yeah. we did.
Well, Swan, outside the Gosport 18-yard box, switches it to Dan Coiter, the man who did put Tiverton ahead.
So we're a bit closer to the
He
sea.
got past Ben Greenwood, looking to keep it in on the byline. He's appealing for a corner. The
He's got
referee indicates
Got
for
it.
a corner.
Got it.
And I'm pretty sure this has been Tiverton's first corner of the game.
It is. Now they're going to have to think about the weather with this one, so maybe they're going to be looking to go short. Because you've got the opposite problem to Gosport now. If they go for an in-swinger, it's just going to carry the ball away, the wind.
Yeah.
So there's no short option being presented. So they are going to go for sort of the delivery into the danger area. Here it comes.
But the corner has come in. It's been punched away by Ryan Hall, but it falls nicely for Asa Hall. And then another shot has been stabbed towards goal before eventually the final touch coming off of, I think it was Asa Hall again there, as it goes out for a Gosport goal kick.
Coiter was in there as well, which surprises
Yeah.
no one. But certainly, yeah,
It was-
Gosport can't be
Yeah.
complacent at this point.
Well, Michael Fernandez inside his own half, passing it back into Greenwood. Charlie Phasma outside his own box. Coming forward, he's got Michael Fernandez making a darting run down the left, but Charlie Phasma holding on to the ball for a little too long before chipping the ball over Billington and going into Benny Reid. Gosport taking it to this right-hand side on the touchline. Cable and the man who got Gosport's leveller whipping in across. It's been well gathered by Radovanovic. A little bit too close there, across to the keeper.
It's down his throat, to be blunt. But again, not factoring the wind there because the wind carried that. But I don't think the Tiverton keeper cares. It was an easy take for him in the end. And now our visitors are coming at us again. But Charlie Wasmer just clears up any danger there for Gosport. But James, one observation I'm going to make here is that Gosport are much too slow
Yeah.
when they're playing out from the back. If they're going to do it, they need to do it with speed and accuracy. But look here, it's pedestrian. Can't do it.
Do you think this is where we miss a player like Finney Walsh-Smith?
Yes, because Finn Walsh-Smith is very good for this sort of situation.
Well, Michael Fernandez coming forward, sliding a through ball into Rafa Ramos. Rafa might be throwing goal. Just had it on the left foot, his less preferred foot, and blasted well wide in the end. As for some of the other games in the Southern League, Uxbridge have levelled against Farnham Town. Frank Keitis scoring for the home side, all square there. Hanwell Town at home to Wimborne Town. Wimborne, bearing in mind, they beat us midweek. Well, it's Hanwell who lead there for a goal scored by Dan Cart on 33 minutes, and Yate Town have just made it 2 against Bracknell. The goal scorer unknown, but is indicating it's been an own goal 10 minutes before the break.
Don't ever underestimate Hanwell. Solid outfit and making great progress in the FA Trophy alongside Plymouth Parkway. I think they'll give anyone a game in this division. Absolutely anyone.
Greenwood with a throw on the near side, taking it into Michael Fernandez, but well, it was Tiverton looking to counter again. Coiter playing a great through ball into Swan. Swan chasing it down right at the 18-yard box, but Morrison recovers well before eventually hacking it out of play on this near side. It's going to be a throw taken by Wilkins, but the referee has just spotted that goal scorer Dan Coiter has gone down.
Yeah, and he's the physio has been called for. So he's obviously he looks in fair discomfort, actually. I'm not going to lie. I think, I didn't see because we've got a pillar literally directly in our line of sight. But so I don't know whether that was just him pulling up or there was a collision with a Gosport Borough player, but he does look in some discomfort. And worst case scenario for Tiverton is if he comes off, that's a huge blow.
That is a huge blow, yeah. Oh, Coiter receiving treatment on the near side.
Yeah, the magic spray's out.
Yeah, that always seems to do the job. I might get you some scores actually from the Premier League while we do have a little bit of a stoppage.
Links they use on interesting ones. Give them a quick pass.
Is it? Well, apparently there are some interesting scores in the Premier League. Fulham at home to Sunderland is goalless there. Brentford away to Brighton have taken the lead on 38 minutes. Wolverhampton Wanderers goalless against Crystal Palace. At Anfield, Liverpool trail by a 0-0 against Nottingham Forest. A little bit of a shock score there. And West Ham also another shock result. well, not result, score at the moment. At the Vitality Stadium, Bournemouth are trailing 2-0 against West Ham. West Ham having a little bit of a resurgence under Nuno Espirito Santo.
We're underway here, but yeah. Can I just say one thing? We have an Arsenal fan in the house. Can you hear him?
Very happy with how the league standing currently is. Oh, Rafa just extremely unlucky not to pounce on the ball. It just fell with foot in front of him. But if he could have somehow got onto that, would have had a great opportunity through on goal there.
Yeah, it's. I think Tiverton of their performance has stepped up 2 or 3 levels over the last 10 minutes. They have not let that goal let them get their heads down at all. In fact, I think it's inspired them to work harder.
Yeah.
And Koita is okay and back on the pitch.
I'll tell you what though, Jeremy, Tiverton do not look like a side that are bottom of the league.
No, I'm glad you said that because I totally agree with that. A lot of it's about confidence. A lot of it's about you getting the rub of the green. I mean, you speak to a lot of people that are involved with teams down the bottom of the table and they say the same thing. When you're down there, your luck really does desert you. And sometimes you just need that spark, that opportunity, that moment to get that win, and suddenly you're flying. Just a little bit like, to paraphrase Bracknell a month ago, they were down on their luck and a bit of a laughing stock. But now they're flying. They've got 2 or 3 back-to-back wins, and they're on the move.
Trevor Caborn looking to regain possession inside his own half. Goes for a long, high ball. It's going to go over literally every player, and it's going to go into the box of Radovanovic. As he just takes his time before bowling it back out to corner on this left-hand side, being chased down by Trevor Caborn. Benny Reid picks up the loose ball, and Fernandez leaves it for Taylor outside the 18-yard box. Taylor looking to switch it back into Benny Reid, who was running just in front of him. The pass didn't come off well. And to be fair, another observation, it looks like Gosport have just been a little bit too unselfish. Could do with them being more selfish.
That's fair. That's a fair comment. We're just seeing that's Wilkins go down in front of us, and I think he's got a nosebleed. Yeah, he clashed with Ramos, got caught. The referee doesn't think it was a foul because it's a throw into the visitors near enough on the halfway line. But he hasn't got a nosebleed, but certainly got caught on the nose because he immediately went for it, didn't he? He sort of held his hand up to his nose.
And the same man, Wilkins, delivering a ball high into the skies, being headed away there by Benny Reid. Ethan Taylor inside the centre circle looking to flick back. Instead, Ethan Jones comes to help. Plays a great through ball. It's going to be chased down by Rafa Ramos, left of the 18-yard Tiverton box. Rafa back into youngster, Ethan Jones. Jones looks up, switches it to Greenwood, left of centre, back to Jones. Jones with a lot of space. He's going to deliver a cross. It's going to evade literally everyone. Yeah, not one of these final crosses.
And the rain just gets heavier and heavier and heavier. So I will say to the TV fans listening, I think you might actually be grateful you're in the dry and warm wherever you're listening. Because this is not very pleasant down here at all.
Definitely not. Well, Tiverton still with possession on the far side. This corner comes down the left. Looking to chip a ball. It does reach Koita. Joe Morrison does well to backpedal, kicking it out for a deep Tiverton throw-in on the far side.
Good opportunity for them here if they can sort of get this right. Gosport, I still think, aren't sort of reacting to the risk here as much as they should be.
It just seems too calm for a Gosport point of view.
Pedestrian is the word I'd use.
100%.
We've got 3 minutes till the break, 1-1 here in the AI Stadium. And I bet these players are looking forward to getting into the dressing rooms for 10 minutes.
Oh, and the ball has found Wilkins inside the box. It's a pretty close opportunity, just wide of the right post. Really should have been Tiverton 2, Gosport 1 there.
I was just waiting for the net to bulge there, but you had the optical illusion as the net sort of whistle just brushed the net on going wide, and you had the optical illusion. And I actually thought for a split second that was 2, but no, that.
Well, that should have been 2 though.
He might remember that one as the game goes on.
So you know what time it is, don't you?
What time is that then?
Guess the injury time.
Well, yeah, we're getting to that because we've got 2 minutes of normal time left here at the AI. I think probably 4. We've had a couple of injuries. We haven't seen a ball yet, but we won't for about another minute. At the moment, the game almost at a standstill. Gosport have slowed it right down. Charlie Wassman, even Glenn Howes, the Gosport manager, now getting frustrated, and they've given the ball away. Tiverton with the long ball over the top, playing into the wind, hoping the wind will just bring the ball down for them. And they're holding the ball up really well, our blue shirted visitors here, but that's well broken up from Benny Reid at right back. That's I'll tell you what, that was a fairly robust challenge there. Again, through the rain, can't see who that was on that far side, but here comes Tiverton. Wide right is Tor Swan here. Can he get the cross away? He's going to try to. Yes, he does. Here it comes. The keeper can't get hold of it. The shot coming in from the right-hand side. It's Billington.
Right, come on, run with it.
Gosport still can't clear it, except they do now with Tarbuck. Now Tarbuck trying to get
Right,
Gosport
come
on
on,
the
come on,
move.
get up there.
It's Benny
Get
Reid, is
more
it?
there.
Yeah.
So back to you, mate.
Cable, I think, switching it into Rafa. Headed away though. Can it drop to Ethan Taylor? It can't. It falls kindly to Wood outside his own box as he looks to come forward for the visitors. Chips the ball over everyone. It's going to be chased down by both Charlie Vasmer and Ryan Hall, but Vasmer leaves it for Hall.
Literally 30 seconds of the first 45 minutes to be played here, waiting for the ball to appear for stoppage time. We think it will probably be about 4 minutes, given the injuries we've had in this first half, but we shall see very shortly.
I think this first half will be coming to a close at the right time for Gosport.
Yes, I think they need to regroup. Certainly they need to get in there. I think Tiverton will be far happier with this first 45 minutes. Gosport need a regroup. They need to get in there and just have a chat and try and sort of plot, because they will be playing into the wind in the second half. We know they like to play towards the clubhouse end in the second half anyway. 2 minutes. 2 minutes we're getting. 2 minutes. Well, that's as well, because we're already about 10 seconds into those 2 minutes. And the board is being prepared, but we already know what it's going to say.
Yeah, it's true.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has indicated there will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time. 2 minutes.
At half time, do you think Glenn House needs to take a more pragmatic approach, really try and awake the boys?
I think he needs to take a stern approach to start with, because we had the urgency and the sort of the siege of the Tiverton goal in the first 5 to 10, but it's all been just rather pedestrian, hasn't it?
Tarbuck switching it to Benny Reid. Can Gosport find a late lead before the break? Cable and down this right-hand side. Lots of blue shirts in front of him. Decides to go for the cross. It can't find Rafa Ramos. It's going to drop to Ethan Jones before eventually Ace the Hall sticks out a boot, dispatching the ball deep into the Tiverton half. And Tiverton also looking to counter here, as Tiverton are coming forward through Swan on this left-hand side. Swan can't get past.
Can't
Get past Charlie Vasmer. Vasmer holding the shirt there of Swan, so
he's obstructed him, so he's going to get
foul.
He's going to get a yellow for that
on his left-hand side as well.
And that, my friends, is called taking one for the team.
Yeah.
Tactical.
He
foul.
needed to do that. Obviously, Charlie Vasmer at his age doesn't really have the pace to keep up. But he's going to receive a yellow in doing so.
Brad just got one as well.
Yeah, well, we can guess what that is, I'm sure.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
I think more games than not Bradley Tarbuck receives a yellow.
Well, he's just come back from a suspension, so he needs to be careful.
Zip it.
Well, can Tiverton be the team to find the lead and restore that lead just before the break?
Well, this is the last few seconds of those 2 minutes, so this will be the last opportunity of the first half for either side to do something. So we'll see where that leads.
By the referee still having a word with Charlie Vasmer and Bradley Tarbuck, the two players who have seen yellow for the home side.
Yeah, so let's see what Tiverton can do with this now.
Well, we're already in that second minute of added time, so I would imagine this would be the last chance of this half. Can Tiverton capitalise?
They've got to play to the elements, though, because they're going to be taking this free kick into the wind. Need to think about it.
The delivery has come in. It's swung in towards the back post. Evading ahead of Van Coiter. It's going to be chased down. Pass back into Wilkins. Wilkins delivers an in-swinger, headed away there by Charlie Vasmer. It's going to fall nicely to corner, who lined up a shot. I'm pretty sure it was drilled into a Gosport player. Had a pillar.
Yeah, it hit Tarbuck's ankle, so that made it easier for Ryan Hall to gather up.
Ryan Hall drop kicks a kick. It went all the way into the Tiverton 18-yard box, and there is the half-time whistle. So it finishes one apiece within the first half. It was Tiverton who took the lead on the quarter-hour mark when Swan down the right-hand side switched it into Coiter at the near post and then the
Half
Tiverton
time at the
striker
AI
blasted
Stadium,
home,
ladies and
gives
gentlemen.
Tiverton the lead. But 15 minutes later, on the half-hour mark, Gosport found their leveller. It came through Trevor Cable outside the 18-yard box, knocked in a shot past Radnovic into the top corner to put Gosport back on level terms. Tiverton really probably should have got a second when they came close after a ball dropped kindly to Wilkins inside the
So
Gosport
let's
box.
just give you a
As the
moment to find your
Tiverton
tickets.
defender
So just
stabbed
a
a shot just wide of Ryan's post. So it finishes one piece here at the AI Stadium. We will be back for second half coverage on a different live stream, so make sure to switch in for that. There will be a link on the Gosport social media channel if you do want to stream back into that. But we'll be back for more coverage in the second half.
Kicking off at 7:45. Right, I've got some Southern Premier Division South half times or latest going into half time. Evesham United 1, Dorchester Town 1, Gloucester 0, Chertsey 0, Hanwell 1, Whitbourne 0, Havant Waterlooville 0, Weymouth 0, Plymouth Parkway 0, Sheffield 1, Halltown 1, Basingstoke 0, Taunton 0, Berkhamsted 1, Uxbridge 1, Farnham 1, and Portland Hersham 0, Hungerford 0, and one more, Yatetown 2, Bracknelltown 0. Those are the half times in our division. I'll get you some others in a moment. But for those of you who bought 50/50 draw tickets, the waiting is over. Good luck. Here we go. Today's winning ticket number is 3583. 35. I did hear someone cheer, so hopefully someone's got it. Otherwise, something's gone very wrong. 3583 wins £171. Now, if that's you, many congratulations. You will need to claim your winnings from behind the bar. Ah, there you go. Lady in front of the main stand has got it. Congratulations.
Mine's a point.
We'll have a pint, thanks. But there you go. So that's been drawn and claimed straight away. 3583. Congratulations.
One.
Is your Facebook working now? Because mine's been a bit dodgy lately. I won't be a winner. Are they?
Are they? That's good.
I tried to check something on Facebook earlier. It wasn't really responding to me.
Premier.
I've got a birthday actually. I forgot that, so I need to do that.
Well, it's true. Has you got this hello?
Right, I'll do the birthday.
Well, I got this completely wrong. I thought it would have been Gosport 6-0. That's not happening, is it? Oh, completely wrong.
What sort of comments have we had? Have they been positive?
Yeah, so we had a few on Twitter saying, well, very happy about Dan Coy to giving them the
Bet they are, yeah.
And then a few of them had just said thanks for doing the commentary today. But yeah, I think they were very happy when the Goiter goal
They
went.
would be, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah.
Actually, I'll do this. I'll do the scores after this, Paul. I've got them up.
Oh, you got that right.
Yeah,
You got 3 minutes straight.
and then I'll do the birthday. Well, I'll do because then you need to run the music.
Tottenham elections.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, as I say, Hornchurch are the league leaders, so I'm not entirely surprised.
Salisbury, might be up. It's interesting that showing the Saints game quite well.
Okay. Yeah, I've definitely got it.
So I know.
There we go, obviously. Oh, how's Aldershot doing?
Yeah, they're in a they're in an
They
interesting
look like they're in
situation.
a real state at the moment.
Yeah, well, Richardson left, didn't he? He's
Yeah.
just collapsed. Before Sam Carter's left there as well,
Yeah.
then he's gone.
Oh, Sam Carter, medium.
Yep, he's gone. I think he's gone up to EFL one.
It's going really bad, wasn't it?
Although, to be fair though, Sam, like you, did his apprenticeship here
Oh, really? Oh.
and left us literally on the eve of the season to go to
Wow.
Aldershot. But I did him begrudge him that.
Well, that's some step up though. You
Yeah,
can't
so
say that.
I'm ready. Right, folks, let's get you up to date with the Premier League this afternoon. The lunchtime game finished Burnley 0, Chelsea 2. That's the result. Now to the half times: Bournemouth 0, West Ham 2, Brighton 0, Brentford 1, Fulham, Sunderland goalless, Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 0 was the other one, with Newcastle playing Manchester City at 5:30. Right, into the Championship. A couple of interesting ones here. Bristol City 3, Swansea 0, that was the result. And so is this one. That's caught me quite by surprise earlier. Charlton 1, Southampton 5. Yeah, I always listen to the reaction. If it's Southampton and Pompey, I'm always listening for the reaction out there, and you never disappoint. Coventry 3, West Brom 2 is the last lunchtime result. Birmingham 3, Norwich 1. This is a half time now. Derby 1, Watford 0, Ipswich 0, Wrexham 0, Leicester 2, Stoke 0. Oxford 1, Middlesbrough 0. Now I'm waiting for a reaction. Half time at Fratton Park. Portsmouth 1, Millwall 0. Go. Brilliant. Love it. QPR 1, Hull City 1. That's from the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who got the goal for Pompey?
I'm just waiting for the fight. Come on, Millwall.
Yeah. You can shut up now. I don't mind your Arsenal ramblings, but that's too much.
But the reason why.
You'll be getting kicked out of quad.
You hit me from the house boy. I can't wait to shout me. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they lost in the end of the shot 2-1 to Woking.
Right, yeah, it's a big local derby that. Not much between those two at all. I think it's about 5 miles.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, but look at the table now where they sit. 23rd.
Yeah, they've got problems.
6 points off 20th, Gateshead.
They've got problems.
That's really bad. Yeah, but that would be some way day if we go up and they can go down.
Yes. But I think with going up, I think you need to be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
As much as it would be amazing, you need a whole new business
You'd have
plan.
to change everything.
A whole new business plan to survive at the next
Well, I
level
think
up.
you need to go full time. Really.
You need to play your first team currently as well.
Do you? Oh, I really hope we go up now.
Well, in fairness, when we went up the last time, it was always a struggle to raise
Yeah.
the money.
Yeah.
And now, in nearly 10 years on, it's a whole new dynamic up there because you've got full-time clubs in that
Oh,
division.
literally. Yeah.
And if not that, if not full-time hybrid.
Yeah, exactly. Even looking at the National League South, though, you've got some interesting games. Farnborough, they're in the relegation zone at the moment.
Yeah, Sarah.
It'd be big if they go down.
Well, they'd come into this division, wouldn't they?
Yeah,
Of course they would, where they are.
that'd be.
So would Chippenham, actually, if they stayed down there. Whereas he's called in Enfield,
Dorking.
they
would
to
go
the
more
museum.
Yeah.
I want to see Dorking come.
Dorking would be great if they
Oh,
came.
yeah.
I'll tell you what,
They would.
I do love watching Bunch of Amateurs.
It's really
I
good.
love
It's
it.
really
Like,
good.
it's brilliant. The latest episode I watch every Monday lunchtime at work. And I stop for lunch. I'll
yeah.
watch it. Yeah.
It's good. It's
It's
really
generally it's about half an hour long, isn't it?
I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I love Mark. I've got a lot more respect for Mark White than I did Yeah, before I started watching it.
He's got a character.
Yeah, initially I just thought he was an idiot, but now I've been watching a bunch of amateurs. I actually just see he's a passionate guy.
Yeah.
Just him and Alex Pike are very, very similar characters.
Oh, like you.
Yeah.
People go back to half talking to him, go back to being a manager.
No, I don't think he should.
Is that me doing commercial
I
stuff?
think he's a lot happier. And that's the bottom line.
Well, it's not a reasonable product to sell as well, that he's isn't he? So, that makes one thing.
Yeah, they're a big club now, aren't
Well, 30 seconds left on this
they?
train.
I'll do the birthday now, mate, so if you've got that ready to go.
It's always ready.
Second half coming right up, ladies and gentlemen, and just one more thing, item on the agenda before we go into the second half. Got a birthday to do, and I love doing these birthdays, really. And if you have got a friend, family member, loved one, and you want to wish a happy birthday to at any of our home games this season, please just get in touch or come up to see us, ideally about half an hour before the game starts, and we'll get that in. Today, we want to wish a very happy birthday to a Tiverton fan here today, Bill Hines, who's celebrating a very, very special birthday indeed. So from all of us here at Gosport Borough, Bill, very, very happy birthday. Paul, hit it. So very, very happy birthday to Bill.
Music.
Yeah. I'm going to have to give it to the gents as soon as they're playing. Oh, you're playing this one? Interesting choice. That's a good choice, actually, that.
You won't get much of it on the phone, Mike.
No, you won't. So.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to second half coverage here at the AI Stadium, where Gosport are hosting Tiverton Town. It was one apiece going into the break. Dan Coiter giving Tiverton the lead on the 15-minute mark, and then another 15 minutes later, Gosport found their leveller as Trevor Cable outside the 18-yard box smashed a great shot past the Tiverton number one to find our leveller. But before we get underway here for the second half, Tiverton Town will be making two substitutions. Dan Coiter will be coming off. In
Ladies and
replacement
gentlemen,
is
half-time
going to be
substitution
Rick coming
for
on.
Tiverton. Perhaps it's a double substitution, actually. Coming on number 11, Jacob Wellington, and number 20, Finley Rook. Replacing number 2, Brooklyn Wilkins, and number 9, Dan Coiter. Got that in the nick of time.
And Jeremy, just run us through both subs there.
So Coiter's off, so that injury's obviously troubled him a little more than anybody realised. So
I didn't want to risk it.
no, and he's such an influential player. You know, you don't want to be really risking that going forward, do you?
No.
So if you're doing that, let's get some commentary in because we are underway, and the rain just gets absolutely heavier. And that pitch now, you can see every time the ball hits or just standing water comes up here. So Gosport 1, Tiverton 1. We played 20 seconds of this second half. If you are just rejoining us, Gosport now playing from left to right. They're attacking the clubhouse end, which, as you can imagine, is very well populated. Can't think why.
Against the
Yeah, I
wind
wonder
as
why
well.
today.
Against the wind.
And against the wind as well, which won't help.
I'll tell you what, it's lovely and warm here in the press box. Feel for everyone outside of it. But the rain's still coming down in pelts here at the AEI Stadium. You can definitely see it having an impact on the surface here. But then again, that's where home advantage comes in. As Benny Reid, he's first touch of the half, coming down the right-hand side. Back to Tarbuck, still inside their own half. Benny Reid runs forward, passing it into Cable, looking to take it further up. Now right of the 18-yard box. It's a free ball. It will run out of play though as it goes out for a Tiverton goal kick. Some of the scores at half-time in the Southern Premier League South, I'll get for you now. Basingstoke are currently 2-1 down against Farnham. Berkhamsted, they lead Havant and Waterlooville by 2-1. So the Hawks still not having great form despite the change of manager. Bracknell Town are level against Dorchester, 2 apiece. Taunton now leading in that one emphatically by 4-0. Plymouth Parkway at home to Evershan, they're 1-0 up. So a few changes scores in the Southern Premier. And I've got a VD printer here, so that should keep us up to date with all the scores. And there has already been an early goal in the second half at Plymouth Parkway as they have found their leveller against Sholing. Callum Hall scoring 4 minutes after the restart there. Back to the game here at the AI Stadium. The ball back to Radovanovic inside his own 18-yard box, switches it right into corner. But Charlie Vasmer chases it down, flicking it back into Ethan Jones. Jones into keeper Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall, a high ball. It's going to fly over the head of Ben Greenwood as it goes out for a Tiverton throw midway inside the Gosport half.
Is there something on the pitch?
I think there could be something on the pitch. It looks like there's just a little black object midway inside the Gosport half. Not sure what that is. Perhaps a bit of tape?
Yeah, it could be, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Could be anything really. The throw-in was taken. It's been knocked back out of play in a similar sort of position to where the previous free kick was taken. Now this one chucked into Rook, who's just come onto the pitch as a substitute. Ethan Taylor tussling for possession as he passes back into Ethan Jones before eventually a referee has indicated for a free kick. So Gosport just going to take their time with this one. Charlie Vasmer over the set piece. Goes short into Greenwood, who has recently put pen to paper, signed on until the end of next season. A huge coup for Gosport. Any Tiverton fans listening, yeah, he's a great player, Ben Greenwood. Recently signed from the league above, from Farnborough. As Ryan Hall passes it into Joe Morrison outside his own box. Reid. Back to Morrison. The Gosport number 5, taking his time. Back into Ryan Hall. Now Charlie Vasmer striding forward. Goes left into Ben Greenwood, who does well to keep it in on the touchline. Chips the ball forward, chased down by Rafa Ramos, but well headed backwards there by Down into the keeper. Rafa Ramos was still charging down, trying to win it back though, even when the keeper did catch it. And the ball just currently being come forward down the right hand side. Yeah, I know they're all getting drenched down there. Oh, yeah, well, our co-commentator, Jeremy Fox, getting absolutely drenched. It's only been down there for a few seconds, but yeah.
Good.
Yeah, exactly.
He's rolled up in his jacket.
Brave to even have a word with, I think that's Joe, just guarding the pitch.
Not much fun to be a steward.
No,
today,
I would not fancy being a steward. Joe Morrison for the host, outside the centre circle, into Benny Reid.
It's horrible.
Now Tarbuck, coming forward. He's got a lot of room to run into. Instead goes left into Greenwood. Greenwood dinks in a ball. It's a hanging cross. It might reach Caborn, who nods it back into Fernandez. Fernandez on the volley. The volley was more of a shot, but still found Rafa Ramos. But Rafa Ramos could not have the deciding touch. Instead, it looked like it was Hutchinson who had the final touch, as it goes out for a Gosport corner on the left-hand side.
Oh, whatever way you went round down the right there.
And Jeremy absolutely stoked after coming in.
Yeah, on the early shower.
Horrible conditions out there still, Jeremy.
I tell you what, I've just been out there, listeners. That is absolutely disgusting out there. Awful, awful weather.
Oh, Michael
Oh,
Fernandez
oh,
lining
yeah.
a shot up inside a D, but completely mistimed that. So the ball's run all the way back into Ethan Jones inside his own half.
They've made 2 of their 3 already. So.
Jones looks up, goes long,
Obviously happy with things.
can't quite reach Charlie Vasmer, who looks to have gone a little bit more attacking so far. It's actually quite interesting to hear what Mark Summerhill said about Charlie Vasmer against Wimborne. Used Charlie more as an attacker for the final 20 minutes in that game. So a little bit of a change in tactics for Charlie with that one. Perhaps might see it more here as well. Tarbot coming down this right-hand side. He's got Benny Reid to the right of him, goes left though into Ethan Jones. Jones running into a little bit of pressure there from Swan.
Bit of a roadblock.
But possession nearly just overturned. Charlie Vasmer looking to run onto that second ball, in which he does, passing it back into keeper Ryan Hall. Hall, a high ball. It finds the head of Benny Reid before eventually Swan just knocks it out of play on the near side. Benny Reid taking a throw in just by the Tiverton technical box.
Fisherman's friend.
Now Tarbuck smashes it into the sky, headed forward though by Swan. Can't be chased down by Rook as it falls into the gloves of Ryan Hall. He bowls it into Charlie Vasmer. But really, nothing really to report on so far within the second half. As for the other games in the Southern Prem, Gloucester City have broken the deadlock against Chertsey Town. Sion Spence scoring on the 48th minute, and Bracknell have got a goal back against the 8th Town. But Tiverton, they're on the attack at the moment. It's a shot straight into the side netting.
Tackling deflection though,
Yeah.
James. It's a corner. So,
Well, Jeremy, just talk us through that shot there.
well, I'll tell you what, he had all the space in the world to run into, but he was at a difficult angle, wide right, the angle widening, so he had to do something. But it clearly took a deflection and corner to Tivy. And they're going to, again, they are factoring in the win because they're going route 1 a lot more in the second half, I've noticed. So they are playing with the conditions, which are just simply just getting worse and worse and worse.
Absolutely horrid.
Yeah, still pouring it down here. But Tiverton have this corner from the left-hand side. It's a deep hanging one. It goes over the head of Hutchinson, out for a Gosport goal kick. And I talked about the Yate Town Bracknell Town game. Bracknell had got a goal back against the Yate Town, but literally a minute later, after Bracknell Town got their goal, Yate Town have restored their 2-goal cushion. Corey Evans scoring for the home side, and Gloucester City have just doubled their lead against Chertsey Town. Roy and Kane Simpson scoring for the Tigers.
Kane Simpson's prolific. Not surprised to see him on the score sheet one little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he gave us a tough time when we travelled to Tiger Turf Stadium.
Yeah.
It's not an enjoyable first day of the season.
No, it wasn't. And really, Gosport was sort of undone by their own shortcomings up there on that day. But then we had to stir and fight back, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, excuse me. But Gosport have a free kick here, just inside the Tiverton half. 9 minutes of the second half gone. Still one apiece. Tiverton having made 2 changes. Gosport yet to make any.
Well, you spoke about that. We have just seen. Yeah, John, just get the digital screen ready.
Yeah, so I think there is one on the way. I just didn't see who it would be.
Yeah, I don't see who comes on at the moment. Perhaps maybe give Harry Kavanagh a debut
Kavanagh.
after returning
Got
back
to
to
be
the club.
Kavanagh, because we know what he can do.
Just injects a bit of energy that way
If
as
you're
well.
looking for someone to steady the ship, it might be Rory Williams or Finn Walsh-Smith. But for me, you need a little bit of je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
And that's the one that
Yeah,
Kavanagh can
Kane's
bring you.
coming on.
So
And
it will
it's
be
two of
Harry
them,
Kavanagh and
Rory
Rory
and
Williams coming on.
Who's coming off?
That's what we're going to find out. Just need to see, and then I can do both the announcements.
Yeah.
Benny Reid, I think.
So the first Gosport change will see Benny Reid come on for Rory Williams.
Yeah.
And the second one, 11, Rafa Ramos.
And it's also going to be Raf coming off.
Interesting. Pretty good.
Double substitution for Gosport Borough. Coming on, number 3, Rory Williams, and number 24, Harry Kavanagh. Placing number 2, Benny Reid, and number 11, Rafa Ramos.
Jeremy, 2 substitutions there, but I think the most shocking one was bringing Rafa off.
Yes, but I have to question how effective he's been out there.
Yeah,
This half especially. So what I think Glenn is thinking, you need Rory Williams to steady the ship. A bit of experience, a little bit of calm, and then, like I said, you need that je ne sais quoi of Kavanagh that can disrupt Tiverton and just offer something. So, and he's going to have a real point to prove coming back to Gosport, isn't he, after a spell at having. But here we are. Hello, Tiverton at the other end. Could they make something of it? Can't see who's on the ball here, but it's a shot coming in.
Rory.
And Gosport are pulled into action defensively with Rory Williams. Didn't see who that was because I looked up
Swan.
to Swan. It looks up a little bit too late. But Williams, his first intervention of the game is to deny, almost for me, a certain goal scoring opportunity. And so Gosport have also made 2 changes now, but Tiverton continue to use the conditions to good effect here. Still 1 apiece. So yeah, they've still got their hands on a point, a precious, precious point away from home. A long way from home, it'll feel today in this weather. Here it comes. It's an in-swing towards that near post. And I think that was over there. It might have been Asa Hall headed over, but I believe that's taken a nick off a yellow shoulder as it went because another corner has been awarded. I think it actually might have been Charlie Wasmer in contention with Asa Hall there because both players went up together. First glance, it was Hall, but no, Wasmer's cleared it. Here comes the second corner. And it's going to find a way in his ear. Has
in the
scored
back
in.
of the net.
And Tiverton have scored again. And the congratulations, I think, are for the number 8, Asa Hall.
So the player manager restores the lead.
And Gosport dumbfounded.
Oh, Jeremy, talk us through that goal.
Actually, can we get that goal checked, please?
Yeah.
So I'm not. I think it was 8.
15 might aim it.
Yeah. So we're going to get that goal checked, but for me,
Well, that is pretty poor defending.
yes, it's going to be on 57 minutes. We know that.
I just heard one fan shout, "What was that?"
Well, I
Probably
know.
sums up.
But yeah, we're just getting the goal checked because we're not entirely certain. Hall was getting the celebration, but also so was. So we're just getting the goal checked, folks. But Tiverton do lead here at Gosport Borough, and it came from the set piece from the left-hand side. It was a bit of a shambolic one, and I can see Paul, my colleague, down there chatting to the Tiverton bench. So they're going to give it the official verdict. Gosport, in the meantime, have a free kick on the left-hand side, just to the left of the penalty area, and they can't make it stick. The delivery not the best. The verdict of the goal scorer about to come in, and then we can get that confirmed to you and to the crowd here at the AI Stadium. But Tiverton back in front.
The consensus is 8.
8 to Hall.
Yeah, but
Okay.
their bench weren't 100% sure.
All right, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, following a goal check, Tiverton Town second goal comes to the 57th minute, being awarded to number 8, Asa Hall.
Yeah, they got convinced either.
No, well, we weren't sure either.
No.
But Asa Hall is the consensus of the Tiverton Town bench, so that is what we will go with. So Tiverton now leading 2-1. Now he was getting the celebrations, but then so was somebody else, and it wasn't entirely clear. Van Gosport here, back here, Fernandez tries to shoot. Yes, the angle he needs there. And Gosport recycle with Morrison, who wins the ball, but Tiverton playing as though their lives depending on it here, James.
Yes, Michael Fernandez comes down this right-hand side. Had a great opportunity to have a shot, but this time he's brought down just outside the box. The Tiverton man who brought him down is going to receive a yellow card.
Yes, he did. Can't see who that was.
That being, I'm pretty sure it was
15.
Wood.
5.
So it's,
5.
yeah, Wood.
Is that 15? I can't see from
Trouble is, the rain is so hard, it is actually very hard to see
Yeah.
the numbers on the
there.
shirts out there.
15, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it would have been
So it will
Hutchinson
be
then.
Hutchinson with the yellow card there.
Well, Gosport have resultingly won a free kick right of the 18-yard box.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity, but it just needs to be thought about well worked.
Well, Greenwood,
It's going to be
man
Greenwood.
behind this free kick. Greenwood steps up. He's going for a
Oh.
long shot. It was just dropping towards that back post, evading the head of pretty much every Gosport player.
Yeah, it just wrapped itself round that far post, and that was a good opportunity. Now, what Gosport mustn't do now is panic. They still have half an hour here to get themselves back into this. But sometimes, I hate calling it correctly, I said at the very start of the game that if you give Tiverton the opportunity to grow in confidence, and that's exactly what they've done. And they've been nothing but the better side in this second half. So the onus is on Gosport for bounce back ability. They did it at Taunton a couple of weeks ago, didn't they?
Yeah. But is it worrying signs, though, Jeremy, that if you look at their last 5 games, they've only scored 3 goals? And obviously, it's been a problem with Gosport this season, leaking in goals.
Yes, and at the wrong times as well. That's the worst sort of habit that they've got, normally quite late on. But we'll just have to see how this pans out. But Tiverton now, they're playing admirably. You know, and their tails are up, and they're playing with the conditions as well, which is fantastic.
Michael Fernandez looking to run onto the ball, but it's been well cleared away there by Hutchinson on this near side. Harry Kavanagh looking to take the quick throw, and he does so into Bradley Tarbuck. On this right-hand side, on the touchline, switches centrally into Ethan Jones. Jones left into Williams. Williams into, I think it was Greenwood there with a long hanging cross. And the cross has literally once again evaded everyone as it goes out for a Tiverton goal kick.
Yeah, that was disappointing.
If we continue playing like this, we're not going to find a leveller. It's just wasted opportunity after another, it feels.
Yeah, and I think despite all the pre-match talk, complacency is the watchword of the day for Gosport. But you cannot take any credit away from Tiverton. They deserve this fully.
Yeah,
and wholeheartedly deserve the lead. And they are working their absolute socks off. But like I'll reiterate, Gosport don't need to panic yet. 28 minutes left to play here at the AI. So yeah, there's time, but they've got to create those chances, and they need to look like they're going to create those chances. At the moment, they're not, and that's the most concerning thing for Glenn Howes, I think.
Well, looking at the Gosport bench as well, I mean, there's not really too many other attacking ones you can bring on other than Harvey Solly.
No, they've made the changes they needed to make, really, from a going forward point of view. But Kavanagh's out there now, and Rory Williams just to shore things up and add some calm. But almost the first thing that happened after that double substitution was that Tiverton went and restored their lead. Now, here is Kavanagh.
Coming down the right-hand side into Ethan Taylor. Michael Fernandez turns, looking to get across his shot. Instead goes to Trevor Caborn. Caborn goes inside of Peter's man, going for a shot. The shot tucked just left of the post, going out wide.
Now, what's the referee doing? Right. Yeah,
he's just booking
Asa Hall there. Been booked. It must be for something he said, because I didn't see any other reason for that. No. But the shot from Caborn screwed its way around that far post. Not by much, probably a foot or so, but even so, it was another missed opportunity.
There has been a player down for Tiverton.
Corey Kerner, number 3, has gone down, and the physio has been summoned by the referee, Paul Barber, twice now, in fact.
Tarbuck also going to have a word with Glenn Howes.
Needs to, because this, and finally the physio appears from the Tiverton bench, but was summoned twice, but didn't appear for quite a length of time. So the game currently at a standstill here in Gosport. The rain continues to absolutely lash it down.
Yeah.
Really, really awful weather. We haven't had any news on an attendance yet, but Gosport Secretary Craig Stainton is working his way towards us, so we might get it now or in a minute.
Oh,
that's interesting. The webpages has announced Asa Hall's goal as a penalty conversion.
Yeah, I did see that. And he's coming to us now, so we might get some news.
Well, like I said, the game has just come to a pause as the number 3, that being Kona, just gets up. 65 minutes later.
649.
Right. It's pretty much as we expected today.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty decent.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I think that's quite a good attendance with the rain.
Next stoppage, I'll get that out.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Well, Kona looking to come back onto the pitch. But the goal kick has been taken. And it falls nicely to Bradley Tarbuck. Ethan Jones looking to stab it forward. Asa Hall, the player manager, wins it back though for Tiverton. and Kerner just running back onto the field of play. What do you think Gosport do need to do then, Jeremy, in order to get back into this game?
One word, urgency, because we're not seeing a lot of it.
And score goals.
Yeah, clearly. So if you want to go to the absolute basic,
He's got a point though.
We're not been for that sort of teaching mum to suck eggs, really. But yeah, no, I think to get to that end, I think they need to. There's got to be a little bit more urgency, really, and they've got to be far more ruthless in front of goal than they have been in the second half. But you've also got to match Tiverton's work rate because they are working so hard out there, aren't they? The visitors.
Would you say it's been concerning with the lack of chances we have created?
Not yet, because we've still got 25 minutes left. So ask me that again in about 10 to 15.
Will do. As Ryan Hall passes it into Morrison. Morrison into Michael Fernandez. Fernandez holding it out well for Bradley Tarbot. Now storming down this right-hand channel. Feeding it into Ethan Taylor midway inside the Tiverton half. Taylor lays it off nicely into this left-hand channel. The cross swept in, punched away. Is it going to fall to a Gosport player? The flag already gone up.
Yeah.
Ethan Taylor not happy though. He's asking why the flag was put up. So it's Michael Fernandez now.
Yeah, they're querying it, but yeah, it was a marginal one. But the assistant referee was in absolutely no doubt whatsoever.
There will be another
for
Gosport substitution.
Harvey
That
Solly.
being Harvey Solly coming on for Ethan Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gosport Borough substitution coming on number 12, Harvey Solly. Replacing number 22, Vin Jones.
Feels like that's a pretty sensible change, like for like one.
Yeah, well, we know what Harvey can bring. So, but Glenn needs to be sort of twisting rather than sticking at the moment at 2-1 down with 20 minutes or so to go. With this conditions, you need to sort of be putting fresh legs out there.
You'll be fresh batteries.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, it's 3 good now.
Okay, but certainly Gosport have got some thinking and some work to do. 22, 23 minutes left of the game now. Tiverton leading by 2-1. And here they come again down the right-hand side. James, just some good work over that left-hand side for Gosport just to sort of break that attack up. Williams just playing it back to Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall, the goalkeeper on the edge of his own penalty area, needs to be a bit more decisive. Tiverton circling like vultures, but not going in for the kill. He needs to get the ball away. He does. It's held up by the wind. Looking for Kavanagh. Can't quite win it in the air, but he gets a second chance. Kavanagh brings the ball down, drops it back, and doesn't quite give it away. But that's a robust challenge there on Joe Morrison from the substitute Finley Rook. We can see he was intending to get the ball, mistimed it slightly. He went in quite hard there.
There's a lot of chance to send him off.
Yeah, but
It's only going to
I
be
don't
a yellow.
know. I don't know. He's going to get a yellow, but I can see the idea. But yeah, he was late. He got the man, and a yellow card is the outcome. No way was that straight red. No way. But yes, mistimed, clumsy, but he had to do something. Back to you.
Gosport now have the free kick, literally dead on the halfway line.
Went down one goal.
But now the referee having a word with the Tiverton assistant manager.
Yeah.
He's also going to receive a yellow as well.
Okay, and yeah, the assistant's going to take the name. I did wonder, but for me, that's something and nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went in for it. He mistimed it. It was clumsy. Yellow card. That's it. Draw a line. Move on.
Well, it looks like Charlie Vasmer or Joe Morrison will be preparing to take this set piece. It's Charlie Vasmer. The referee not happy with how it's taken though. Not really sure why he wasn't happy with that.
Yeah, I think we're joined by the Secretary of Gosport, Craig Stainton, who's correctly pointed out that the linesman wasn't back in position. But Gosport do things differently this time, James.
Well, this time it's Kavanagh who switches it into the left-hand side. Charlie Vasmer with the ball at his feet, chipping it long. Can it reach Trevor Cable? Yes, it can. Chests it down nicely outside the box, lining up a shot. Takes a little bit too long with the ball there. Instead, passing it to Harvey Solly, who's just entered the pitch. Greenwood, back to Solly. Solly looks up, going to deliver that cross. Will it reach Kavanagh at the back stick? It can't. To be fair, it's actually pretty good defending there from Kana, who just allows it to run out of play. And now the Tiverton goalkeeper's just gone down, Radvanovic. The referee calling over to the physio, and it's another incident where the physio is taking a while to get onto the pitch.
Point back in a sec.
All right.
It's left click.
Yes, didn't see what happened there.
Just went down on his own, the keeper.
So a good time to get the attendance out, methinks,
Perfect time.
while he's down. Ladies and gentlemen, the official attendance at the AEI Stadium this afternoon is 649. 649. Thank you very much for your support in this absolutely abysmal weather. Thank you.
Actually, really good attendance for a pretty rubbish day in terms of weather.
Yeah, and the fact that Pompey are at home as well, just a few miles away, doesn't help. So yeah, I think it's a great show of support considering, actually. And like I said earlier in the broadcast, if any Tiverton fans have made the journey, then I really do bow down to you. I wasn't being daft, I really do, because that would have been a horrific journey in this weather.
Well, looking at some of the other scores in the Southern Premier, Farnham have now taken the lead against Uxbridge. 2-1 the score there. Dan Bayliss getting the goal for the visitors. Evesham United now lead Dorchester Town by 2-1. Ethan Patterson scoring on 65 minutes. They're the only two games in which the score has updated. Still hoping the score updates here if we can somehow get a goal back. Well, perhaps even if Tiverton cushion their lead.
18 minutes to play here at the AEI Stadium. Gosport Borough 1, Tiverton Town 2. And from a Gosport Borough point of view, it's all been very disappointing. After a solid 2 or 3 weeks on the road with some excellent results from difficult away fixtures, should they end up losing this game, it would be a massive disappointment and a real reality check. And all credit to Tiverton for doing it, because people sort of automatically assume that, it's the bottom team, blah, 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 blah. No, sorry, it doesn't work that way. Not always.
And that's not even making excuses for Gosport. Tiverton have just come and
they've worked their absolute socks off, Tivy, and all credit to them. All credit to them.
Well, still, Gosport do have a good margin to get a goal back and get a way back into this game as Ethan Taylor coming forward, going for a shot from distance. It was shot in towards near post. There was a little gap opening between the keeper and the post. In the end, Radvanovic dived well, making the stop.
That was a better save than it appeared to be on first glance, really. Radvanovic wouldn't have had a lot of time to react to that.
I think he did well to hold on to it as well.
Especially because the ball would be greasy and slippery in this weather. So, rather than just carry it and put it around for the corner, he actually held on to it. That's where the save was better than it appeared.
Michael Fernandez passes right into Harry Kavanagh. Kavanagh now coming down this right-hand channel, looking to switch it into the box. Instead, finds Hutchinson. As Hutchinson clears his lines. Goes over the head of Joe Morrison and Brooke. As Joe Morrison goes back, doing his defensive duties, passing back into Ryan Hall. 28 minutes played of this second half. Tiverton leading by 2-1 against Gosport.
Yes, they are. And Gosport struggling, if I'm honest, to find an answer to that. The clock is ticking and time not on their side now. A quarter of an hour remaining. So they're going to need to find a response, and soon.
Greenwood chips in a ball, evading the head of Ethan Taylor. Can it find Harry Kavanagh? No, it can't. But the last touch coming off of the Tiverton player who kicked it out of play. So it's going to be Harry Kavanagh taking a throw in on the near side. He passes it into Michael Fernandez, who brings it down using his chest. Fernandez into Taylor. Taylor back to Fernandez. Fernandez looking up, but just has too many players in front of him to have his shot before he is pushed to the floor. The referee giving Gosport the free kick. Not in a bad position either.
This is a Ben Greenwood special, this one. This is right up his street. With the angle and the distance, he's going to want to go for this. Yeah, go on.
Well, if you would have watched the signing video, anyone watching at home, you would know he can score from these sort of free kicks. It's been Ben Greenwood. Instead, chips it in this time, headed away. Still not properly dealt with, though, Tiverton.
I think you need to pose the question, was that a direct or indirect free kick given? Because the tactic there was always just think it. Whereas I think if it was direct, I think Tiverton would have put a couple more on the ball. So yeah, maybe we read the situation slightly incorrectly there. But Greenwood, you still fancy for a better delivery for that. But Tiverton again dealt with it admirably.
I'm just watching Glenn House and Mark Summerhill on the touchline.
They're not
I think they're
happy.
both freezing, jumping up and down.
Well, yeah, I mean it's cold and wet
yeah.
outside, and it's just awful. And I must admit, I'm looking forward to going home and just staying
Especially
indoors
after watching this.
and
Yeah.
having dinner. So, yeah, I must admit, it's appealing now.
Gosport coming forward now in numbers. The ball to Harry Kavanagh. Kavanagh outside of the box. Is he going to go through? Of course, yes, he is. It's towards the headed in there. Ben Greenwood. Two new signings working really well to find Gosport's leveller. It was a cross from Harry Kavanagh which picked out Ben Greenwood at the back post, who nodded in to give Gosport square. It's all level once again. 2-2 here at the AI Stadium with 15 minutes left to go.
Yeah,
It was definitely Greenwood.
Definitely Greenwood.
Ladies and gentlemen, equaliser for Gosport in the 77th minute. The scorer, number 21, Ben Greenwood.
Well, Jeremy, the two signings, I mean, it just shows what they've been brought in for.
Yes, indeedy. And here we go again, look. And that's
It's another cross from Harry Kavanagh. It's been spilled by Radovanovic. Ethan Taylor pounced it, knocking it in from close range, and for the first time in this game, Gosport have taken the lead. Where on earth has that come from? I'll tell you where it's come from. Harry Kavanagh's forces. They've been deadly. They've been
Ethan Taylor.
Yeah.
Ethan Taylor.
Ethan Taylor, definitely. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, goal for Gosport scored in the 78th minute by number 25, Ethan Taylor.
Jeremy, what a last few minutes.
What on earth has happened
What has
there?
happened?
That, well, I have to say that the conditions played their own part there because the ball was dropped and it was literally a tap in for Taylor. So we've had 2 goals inside a minute. And Tibby, from being 2-1 up to 3-2 down, oh my goodness me, how that would have broken their hearts. But I'll tell you what, though, here they come again, James. And our blue-shirted visitors are not giving up. And why should they? Here comes the cross from the right-hand side. And the keeper's got it fairly comfortably. But how the night changes, so to speak. Gosport lead by 3-2. Could we see that coming? Absolutely not. Fortunate? Definitely. The third goal gratuitous? Absolutely. But here they come again with Claiborne down the right-hand side, just keeping inside that near touchline, looking for the cross. Here it comes. And Gosport this time held up, but the ball falls to Solly. Solly just looking for his options. It goes to the left-hand side as Gosport keep possession here. Rory Williams switching it inside to the middle. Greenwood. Gosport just holding on to it now. And Kavanagh now, but he's lost possession and was cleared up by Corey Kerner for Tiverton, who goes long, but Gosport win it back. Suddenly the momentum has shifted back towards the home side here, and Hall has been asked to do a job at the back for Gosport as he launches the ball, the wind taking it diagonally from right to left across the pitch. Tiverton win and lose the ball. Now it's a little pass through. Can Taylor get onto the end of it? No, he can't. A little bit too much on it there. And Radovanovic claimed that fairly comfortably in the end, but who saw, okay, listeners at home, who saw that coming? Honestly, hand on heart, want to know, who saw that coming? None of us did, and we're watching it. So, but Gosport leading by 3-2. But as we know, 10 minutes left. Tiverton are absolutely far from out of this, and we know they're not going to go, oh, that's a nasty challenge, intended or not, on that very far side. You can barely see the numbers of the players over on that far side because the rain is so hard. It's like steroids coming down now. When you have got the action on that far side, you actually can't see who's doing what. But the challenges are coming in thick and fast here now. But Gosport just keeping hold of the ball, but they can't now. Number 12, Gabriel Billington for Tiverton. Wins a free kick just inside the Gosport Borough half here. So Tiverton, just slow it down because they might choose to harness the wind here and just route one and try and drop it in the mixer in that penalty area. But Gosport keeping a high line. outside the box. So Tiverton have to match that. Here it comes. It's long. It's towards the D on the edge of the penalty area. Tiverton still. Asa Hall out to the left-hand side. Hutchinson. What can Tivy do? Here's the player manager again with a cross from the right-hand side, and at full stretch, Charlie Wasmer puts it out for a corner. Now, had it evaded him, then I suspect that might have been an opening there for Tiverton to get the equaliser. Gosport 3, Tiverton 2, 10 minutes left, just under, I'd say 9 actually, looking at the clock. Tiverton with a corner from the left-hand side. James is updating social media. He's a busy boy there.
Yeah, I have.
Had a lot to do. Here comes the corner. It's an in-swinger towards that far post. Gosport get it away. It goes across the face of goal to the opposite side for another corner. This time it will be from the right. So Tiverton pressing. As James correctly stated, that's the first time that Gosport have actually been ahead in this game. So it's a test of their character as much as Tiverton's, really. Because Tiverton have shown nothing but character this afternoon. And is there another twist in this story? Here it comes. Another corner held up by the wind towards that far post, but this time the wind's done too much and pushed the ball around the post and away for a goal kick to Gosport Borough. The weather it's apocalyptic, I would almost say it's just getting worse, James, and welcome back.
Well, Jeremy, I think that also demonstrates, compared to the first
Substitution.
time, there will be a substitution for Tiverton.
I think it's for Tivy. Yeah, there's only one more change they can make.
So it's
Aidan
got
Horn.
to be Horn coming
Aidan
on.
Horn.
17 on.
But it's going to be
12 Gabriel
coming off
Billington. So let's get that. Tiverton substitution coming on number 17, Aidan Horn, replacing number 12, Gabriel Billington.
Yeah, but Jeremy, I think it's quite interesting to see the reaction. Compared to the first goal we conceded, it's almost like we switched off. But when we conceded that second goal, we were looking for the counter, and we scored 2 in pretty quick succession.
Yeah, I think
reaction.
Devil's advocate, I feel sorry for Tiverton for the third one because
yeah.
the keeper went up for it and he just dropped it. The ball just sort of squirmed out of his gloves
Well, it would have been so
and it
slippery.
came straight down. And there was Taylor with an open goal and a tap in. So you have to feel sorry for them for that. But from Gosport's point of view, they'll take whatever they're
easily.
given. They're now leading 3-2 with 7 minutes to go. Tiverton have played all their cards. They can make no more changes. They've put on all 3 of their substitutes. They've emptied the bench. Gosport, not quite. They've still got. They know they're not going to put Rainey Ashby Hammond on because he's a goalkeeper, unless the worst happens to Hall. But they have still got Finwell Smith. If they do want to shut up shop and settle for the 3-2, then he could still go on.
Just warming up.
Just under 10 minutes left to play here at the AEI
Say about
Stadium. 6 minutes left to go. Gosport, you would not believe it, but we are leading by 3 goals to 2. Who on earth would have thought that? And 2 of those goals coming courtesy of great crosses from Harry Kavanagh. It's great to see him back in a Gosport shirt.
I can't see over there actually.
Yeah, I think a
Rory,
player has gone down for Gosport, that being Rory Williams.
he's back up.
So he's okay. But Walsh Smith is warming up, and that is the option if Gosport want to shut up shop at this stage. And just literally consolidate that 3-2 lead. But that is their only option left. We're given that Ashby Hammond's a goalkeeper, so they're not going to make that change unless something happens to Hall, who is now restarting the game, James.
Yeah. Well, Hall takes that set piece, driven long, runs out of play.
Well, that's the wind. It's just pushed it straight out. Have you ever seen anything like this?
I have not. To be fair, I think a lot of the listeners are quite confused, all questioning what on earth has just happened here at the AEI Stadium.
We're saying the same thing, and we've watched it.
Yeah.
It's I think the initial goal was a Ben Greenwood set piece goal and a powerful header. No keeper was stopping that. And then, as I said, I think for the third one, Tiverton very, very unlucky. And do you remember I said earlier in our commentary about when you're down the bottom, sometimes you don't get the breaks. There you go.
And I'll tell you who was the key contributor to both those goals. Harry Kavanagh.
Kavanagh.
He's come on, he's made his
Here he
impact.
is.
He's on the ball at the moment on this right-hand side. Switches the ball into the centre. It's been hit away, though, by Wellington. I believe it has been kept in play for a short spell before the ball did roll out of play. So it's gone out for another Gosport corner on the far side. Can Gosport capitalise this and cushion that lead?
I would. Save Linda coming out. Thank you.
So, by the looks of it, it's going to be Harry Kavanagh running over to take this corner on the far side. I mean, he's delivered 2 great crosses in this game. Can he make that 3 now? I think we give that second assist as well to Kavanagh. The corner has been taken into Solly. Solly just losing possession on the far side due to that short corner. Ball has been floated in, headed away. Tarbot brings it down, passing it into Ethan Taylor outside the box, 20 yards out. Now Tarbot coming into the box, delivers the cross. It's the hanging cross. It's not on target, but it falls nicely to Gosport still. Back to Greenwood. Greenwood looking to go for a low-driven shot. The deflection carries it to Michael Fernandez.
Foul given against
awards
Gosport.
the Tiverton free kick, yeah.
3 minutes remaining here at the AI. Gosport 3, Tiverton 2. And the conditions have really affected this game by quite some distance, I would suggest.
Oh, it was a brave bit of attacking play there from Michael Fernandez, who opted to jump in front of the clearance from Wood. In the end, didn't really help Gosport at all, as Tiverton still have possession inside their own half. And it still feels like Tiverton might have a chance left in them in this game.
Well, yeah, you've got 3 minutes to go almost exactly now. Yeah, it's not over till it's over, James.
But the cross has come in, and it was a back header there from, I think, Rory Williams.
And it had some venom in it.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, and Hall had to dive for that. So, yeah, look, this isn't over until it's over, and Tiverton won't stop until it's over either. So, no, Gosport are far from home and dry. They're certainly not going to be dry, I can tell you that.
No.
But so the expression goes.
By the ball gone all the way back into Ryan Hall inside his own box. As for some of the other scores in the Southern Premier, Evesham United look like they will be getting the 3 points as they now lead Dorchester by 3 goals to 1. Taunton have just levelled against Berkhamsted. Alfie Moulding scoring for the home side. Haven't Waterloo taking the lead against Weymouth. Leon Maloney scoring for the Hawks, and that would be one of the few times this season, well, if it stays the way it is, they have hung on to 3 points. In the Premier League, there's been a little bit of a shock. At Anfield, Liverpool trail to Nottingham Forest, not just by 1 goal to 0, but by 3 goals to 0.
Right, sorry to bring you back here, but Gosport have a free kick. Harry Kavanagh to take. There was a little bit of a needly incident down there while you were doing your score up there, James, but the upshot of it is that Gosport have a free kick. Here we go.
Kavanagh takes it. It's an in-swinger, actually does well to find Caborn. Now on to Greenwood. Greenwood left into Williams, I think is that on the far side.
I think so.
Oh, he's storming forward, but eventually runs into trouble into Wellington.
It's Greenwood.
No, Greenwood's
Greenwood. Yeah.
Greenwood into Vasmer. Vasmer holding it up to Ethan Taylor. Taylor lining up a shot straight into a Tiverton body. And now Roy Williams went storming in there, bringing down a Tiverton man. The referee preparing the yellow card, but he also pushes another Tiverton man to the floor.
That's going to be a card, all right.
Yeah.
Because that was in view of the referee. I think he's let the rain and cold affect his brain there.
Oh,
that was absolutely
he brought down
needed.
2 players, sir.
Yeah, he committed the first foul and then a silly second one. So that's a yellow. And I think because of the violent conduct, I think he's got away with one there, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he was lucky to escape red.
The first one, but then to do it again was daft. So, but Tiverton have the free kick now just inside their own half. We are in the 90th minute. Yeah, it is bubbling up out there, and we're in the 90th minute and awaiting the injury time board now. That should be due any moment now because we're in the last 20 seconds of the regulation time.
Asa Hall for the visitors. Can they grab a late equaliser? They were leading for most of this game until Gosport came from behind to take the lead. The score still 3-2 here at the AI Stadium, but Tiverton on the attack. Wellington went down outside the 18-yard box on the edge on the right-hand side. The referee's blown for a free kick, and he's produced a yellow card to Greenwood.
Gosport have got to keep their discipline because the problem they've got now is they've given away a free kick in a crucial position that Tiverton can do something with. Now, the board is out. We just need to get the verdict. because we are into stoppage time now already. So we need to find out how much of it is going to be. We don't know yet, but Tiverton have a free kick here. So no, we haven't been told.
So we
But
don't know
we're
how
in
many
it.
minutes
We're
are
in
going to
it.
be added
So
on.
this free kick is crucial for Tivy. It's literally not all on this, but this is a big chance for them.
On this right-hand side, the free kick comes in. It's blasted straight into the Gosport wall. Gosport still can't get away from it. But Tarbart looking to capitalise off a winning possession, but it was a heavy first touch. Now down for the visitors, looking to tussle for possession against Greenwood. Horn came over, helped his teammate cover possession, but Tarbart winning possession. Push forward. Now Ethan Taylor's storming at the goalkeeper in a one-on-one. Can he get past the keeper? He takes it around the keeper and he stops it just wide.
No, it's
How
been
is that
deflected.
not going in? It's been deflected now.
Corner.
It almost looked certain though that Taylor was going to bury it.
Yeah, I think if it didn't hit a Tiverton player, that would have been 4-2 and game over. But we still haven't had a board for the stoppage time. But I can tell you that we are 90 seconds into it. Kavanagh's being spoken to by the referee.
He's been encouraged to go and set the corner.
Yeah, so and I think Paul's nailed it. He's been told to get on with it. But we still haven't had a board for the stoppage time, but we haven't had nearly 2 minutes of it already. So Gosport have the opportunity from this set piece to put this game to bed once and for all. We are only guessing about the amount of stoppage time that's being played. Here comes the corner.
Oh, it's been punched away
there
there.
by Radovanovic. So Tiverton survived that moment there. James.
Well, another cross has been swept in. It finds the volley of Ethan Taylor, who mistimed it. It's gone back to Michael Fernandez outside the D. Into Solly. Solly right into Trevor Caborn. Caborn looking to take it down this right-hand side, just by the right corner flag. He's going to take it to that corner flag, looking to kill those precious seconds.
It's game management now for Gosport, and they've got to keep their discipline and keep their heads here. Okay. This is literally last chance saloon for Gosport. We've still got no indication. Was there an indication there from the referee? I thought I saw 4 fingers go up. So if that is the case, we've got another 90 seconds to play if that is the case. Because we haven't been told officially, but I just saw 4 fingers go up, pointed at the bench. So is that a case that we have 90 seconds to go then?
What was he saying?
Michael Fernandez winning the pass from Joe Morrison.
I doubt it.
Now Kavanagh. Back to Fernandez.
Wishful thinking.
A little bit of a foul there, I'm
pushed to the
afraid,
floor.
on Fernandez. Yeah, it was totally
there, he
down.
pushed
Yeah,
him.
it was a niggly foul, that one.
Free kick quickly taken. Fernandez looking to chip a ball over the Tiverton back line. It goes straight into the gloves of Radovanovic.
That's over everybody.
Yeah, I was going to say, the drop kick literally falls all the way back to Ryan Hall inside his own box.
We've had no confirmation of added time.
No.
We've nearly had 4 minutes of it, and the 2 Gosport managers are getting into the assistant referee's ear there, asking the question. But we are still none the wiser, really. The referee's looking at his watch.
Yeah,
James.
you wouldn't think there's that many minutes left to play, if not seconds. He keeps looking at his watch.
Yeah, he does.
Must be in the dying embers.
If my surmise was correct and the 4 fingers were indicating how long, then that is almost it. Because those 4 minutes are up. So let's see if that was accurate.
Hutchinson with the throw on the near side finds the head of Bradley Tarbart. Hutchinson with the rebound header tries to hit it back into the Gosport danger zone. But the ball's just boomeranged back to him. Now down, midway inside the Gosport half in his left-hand side. Charlie Vasmer, though, too strong for Horn, who went down under the pressure there. Now Ryan Hall goes long, looking to clear the danger from Gosport. And Ethan Taylor looks to pounce on a mistake there from Wood. Taylor might be through on goal, slips at the vital moment, but he's kept possession. Trevor Cable went in to try and help him, but in the end, unsuccessful in doing so. Greenwood on the far side, on the byline. Back to Solly. Solly passing it back to Rory Williams. Williams forward, a long, high ball.
5 minutes of stoppage time in now. Only the referee appears to know how long we are playing on for. Gosport still leading by 3-2, but we are now pushing on for 6 minutes of added time.
Michael Fernandez down this right-hand side. He's got Trevor Caborn in front of him. It looks like Fernandez was trying to take it towards the corner flag. He's gone down. The referee blows for the Gosport foul.
Yeah, the Gospel Borough Management are incandescent at the fact they haven't been told how long has been added on. But yeah, we are now played just under 6 minutes of added time.
Yeah, sure.
Well, Fernandez over this free kick for the home side. He's going to leave it, I think, for Tarbuck. And it's gone short into Fernandez, and Gospel are just taking it to that corner flag, trying to kill those
There it
seconds.
is.
There is some time whistle. Gospel have come from behind to win the game by 3 goals to 2.
Thank you very much.
You do have to feel sorry for the Tiverton fans. He played a great game. They took the lead actually on the 15th minute when it was Swan down the right-hand side, switching it into Coita, and Coita blasting home to give the visitors the early lead. But on the half an hour mark, Gospel found their first leveller when Trevor Caborn blasted home from outside the box to restore Gospel back onto level terms. So it finished at the break, Gospel 1, Tiverton 1. But then Tiverton in the second half retook their lead after a corner was converted from Asa Hall, the player manager, and then it was a mad flurry of minutes in the 75th minute. Gosport found their leveller when Harry Kavanagh delivered an inch perfect cross into Ben Greenwood, and Ben Greenwood on the end of the cross nodding home to get us our leveller. And then literally under a minute later, Kavanagh, with more or less an identical chance from the right-hand side, delivered the cross into the danger zone, spilled by the Tiverton keeper, falling nicely to Ethan Taylor, and Taylor doing what he does best, stabbing a ball home to put Gosport in front for the first time in the game, and in the end, Gosport resolutely held on to that lead, with it finishing here at the AEI Stadium, Gosport 3, Tiverton 2. Jeremy, in the end, that's a great result.
Yeah, I do feel genuinely sorry for Tiverton, though. I will add that, and I'd like to stress that because they've come here, they've led twice, they've played their hearts out for their manager, their travelling supporters, and there are a few of them here. They've done their absolute best today, and you've got to say that the winning goal for Gosport was fortuitous. Moments of quality for Gosport, but on the whole, slightly disappointing for me today, the performance from them. But yeah, you can't argue they have won the game by 3 goals to 2. But yeah, Tiverton, I wish them a safe journey home and a successful rest of the season.
2 of our star players today, Ben Greenwood and Harry Kavanagh, obviously just been brought in, and they made the difference today.
Yeah, Kavanagh especially for me, because as soon as he got out there, you could see the quality of the passing, the deliveries, the crosses, the set pieces. And it's no surprise that he linked up with the 2 goals the Gosport scored in the second half were directly down to him with his assists. Absolutely no surprise to me at all. So I think that's a really warm welcome back for him from having a Waterloo ball.
Also, one final note on our visitors. It does feel like Tiverton Town should be able to take a lot away from that game. Although they can't take any points away, there's a lot to be positive about for Tiverton.
Yeah, they can take a lot of heart from this and a lot of confidence from this, definitely. And like I said, I wish them nothing but the best.
And then final words from us as always, Jeremy. Up the borough.
Up the borough. Oh, here it is. So what sort of comments have we had?
Oh, you've got quite a few come through on Twitter, but I think a lot of the Tiverton fans were quite unhappy with it. Like the result in the end. But I really enjoyed it, the game. Yeah. Just mainly people saying what on earth happened within the last 15 minutes. And the stream didn't lag out that time, which is always
That's good, isn't it?
I was going to say it didn't lag out the stream.
Actually, do you know what, Paul? Actually, no, I won't do this. If you don't know,